Welcome to 10 from Ted. Three things off the top. Number one, hostages. This is obviously always front and center for us. It's more than 500 days that there have been hostages held by Hamas. They all must come home. This week, I want to acknowledge first the grief, the relief, and especially the anger that comes with the murdered hostages finally returning to their loved ones. This week in particular was extremely challenging emotionally. This is tragic news, and we hope that this gives the families some measure of comfort and closure at this extremely challenging time. AJC stands with these families and with their loved ones, and we hope that the memories of those cruelly taken, slaughtered by Hamas, will be a blessing to their families and all who knew them. At the same time, we are eagerly awaiting the return of 6 hostages on Saturday. At AJC, the hostages and their families are in our minds and our hearts every single day. Earlier this month, on a mission of our Board of Governors to Israel, we spent time with hostage families. The pain that these families have lived with for over 500 days is unimaginable. They continue to speak out. We do everything we can to lift up their voices. They are beyond brave, and we must stand with them until every hostage is returned. Number two, this was the week we released our State of Antisemitism in America report. It's been a particularly important SOAR report this year. It highlighted an urgent and alarming reality that for the first time, more than 56% of American Jews have changed their behavior because they are afraid of anti-Semitism. They made a conscious decision about where they could go, what they do, what they say, what they wear, out of fear of anti-Semitism. But this doesn't just affect American Jews. Everyone in America should be alarmed when any group has to think about altering its behavior to avoid being targeted. That's why we call on leaders across America to take action, because rising anti-Semitism affects all of America, not just the Jewish community, and we require all of us across our society to effectively stand up to counter it. Number three, I was at the Munich Security Conference last week after being in Israel. The conference is the world's leading forum for international security. I led an AJC delegation that convened leaders from around the world. We advocated for the hostages, the Jewish people in Israel. We encouraged countries to stand up against anti-Semitism. It was so meaningful to work with so many stakeholders, so many leaders, over 24 meetings in the short time we were there, with prime ministers and foreign ministers and CEOs and officials who can help move the needle to keep Jews safe and to normalize Israel's place in the world. I felt so fortunate to be able to lead AJC and have such an important impact as AJC does every day on the global stage. And we would not be able to do this without you. Please take a look below for items 4 through 10. Thanks for tuning in, and Shabbat Shalom.